103 quarters on special ops.
Go ahead, Unit 103.
Could you have a tip volunteer en route to Baptist Hospital for a possible signal 7?
10-4, tips, Baptist, possible 7, 10-4.
Hello? Okay. Baptist ER. Okay, I should probably be there in about 10 minutes. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, the police just called back and said that the patient they have a pulse, so they brought him to the ER at Baptist Hospital. So I'm not sure if there'll be friends or family with them at the hospital. And I hope I don't get a speeding ticket. I try not to go too fast, but I don't want. It's hard to go to the speed limit when you're in a hurry. Okay, we're coming up to the emergency room here. So I'm going to have to go in here in just a second. I get out my my volunteer, and where can I park?
The Trauma Intervention Program, also known as TIP, is a group of specially trained citizen volunteers who respond to calls from police, fire, and hospital emergency room personnel, providing immediate on-scene support to victims and family members of any crisis. TIP volunteers are available 24 hours a day, every day of the year, and respond to any call that emergency responders feel that TIP might be of assistance.
TIP is a very helpful resource for the fire department, made up of volunteers who come in whenever there's been a traumatic emergency situation. We call them in to kind of, give the people who have experienced some traumatic experience some counseling, emotional support, and they also help them try to get themselves back on their feet, because a lot of times when people have gone through something traumatic, normally they really don't know what to do, what direction to go in. So TIP is there to kind of bridge the gap.
To us, it's a group of volunteers who come to help us at a time of tragedy to deal with emotional first aid that we don't have time to deal with on the police and fire scenes and the emergency medical scenes.
Would you do me a favor and call TIP's volunteer? I'm going to need some assistance, and we'd appreciate their coming to our location, 94 Ruby Circle. Thank you. Joe, I'm Sergeant Cheney with the police department. Tell me what relationship.
What TIP volunteers bring to the scene is a caring presence. Someone who is just there for physically uninjured but emotionally traumatized citizens.
I can't believe it.
It's incredibly difficult to believe.
Just said she loved me last night.
Joe,
it can't be true.
Here is our TIP's volunteer. She's here to help you. She's going to do for you and give you some assistance through all of this. Okay? Good afternoon. I'm Phil Cheney with the Fort Walton Beach Police Department. We've arrived on scene today to find an individual whose wife has suddenly died. They were taking care of an Alzheimer's patient. Unfortunately, the gentleman was taking it extremely hard, and you can't blame him. These are typical situations that we respond to. We're so thankful that we have TIPs as an asset to be able to call, and that they have grown and are able to respond as rapidly as they do.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Let me get down the address. Do you know what kind of call it is? I don't know, just got a call from dispatch. Okay. All right, so give me the address again. And that's in Milton, right? Okay. No, I think I know where to find that road. Okay, all right, thanks. Give me, I don't know, 10 minutes before I leave the house. It'll be about 20 minutes before I get there. Bye.
got a call, so start to get ready. You need to change into something respectable, and let me let Dad know, and I'll be back in a minute. I gotta take the just dry wet in.
Come on, let's go. Put it in the trunk. I'll get the car started.
Okay, Nick's got the key.
TIP volunteers range in age from teens on up. They are screened and well-trained and truly provide support from neighbor to neighbor. Citizens helping citizens in crisis. Once trained, TIP volunteers are required to commit to being on call for 3 shifts per month. The volunteers pick their shifts.
Today what we're going to get into is what we like to call emotional first aid. I'm going to call it EFA skills. It's called emotional first aid for a reason. First of all, it does work. It is first aid. It's applied on the scene. It's not next day. Nobody else on the scene has these skills. The emergency responders don't know what to do. They don't know who to call. They don't know how to apply that. In fact, neighbors and friends a lot of times will just be oblivious to what needs to be done because they don't know what needs to be done. Most people in a natural sense, most people will shy away from somebody that's kind of grieving. You guys will have the skills that you'll go forward and help someone who's in a crisis situation, who's in a traumatic situation.
In the super difficult moments, we have loss of life. And in that moment of loss of life, for many people, all things stop. Life goes numb, and it's very difficult for them to cope because they were not expecting that. With commonality, people say, but he was just sitting here talking to us. We just had breakfast, went to bed last night. He was cutting the grass this morning. He was up on the roof today. I could go on and on and on about experiences of sudden loss. In those moments, I of course pray and do anything that I can, but one of the resources I have are those who volunteer through TIP. And I will typically go to our front desk in the emergency room and I'll say, will you please call in our TIP volunteers? And they come and assist me in a wonderful, gracious way. Most often the transition is I pass the torch. I'm there for my role, and then I allow them to come in and do their role, which is to assist with various information about how the process of grief and loss and sudden trauma affects their lives and how they can empower them through contact of resources and things along those lines. So for me, they've been of great benefit. Definitely love having them here in the hospital.
I've been doing TIP a little bit over 2 years now. I'm married, I have 2 children, and I work at an outdoor center. The reason I joined TIP, basically I wanted to help people and just be there with them.
My name is Layne Hefner, and I am a retired Marine. And all through my life, that I have been trained, and society's given to me, and I've always wanted a way of giving back to society. When I found out about TIP, it seemed to be the right thing to do because it was dealing with people that were in crisis at the moment. And because of what I had done previously, it seemed like that this would be something I would be very good at, would like to do. I'd like to try it. So I went through the training and found that it fit like a glove what I would like to do and try to give back.
My name is Linda. I'm a mother of 5 and a military veteran. And I'm a TIP volunteer. I see ambulances go out, EMS goes out, and they give all the physical first aid. Law enforcement, all the emergency responders, they give the physical first aid. I'm there to give the emotional first aid, fill in that gap.
I don't know anyone that has been able to land on their feet facing tragedy any better than I have. Not so much my own personal self, but with things with my family, friends. I've lived all over the place, and I thought I just might have something to offer.
For more information, please call 850-934-6654.